Hi everyone, my name's Chris. I'm one of the ST3s at Curtin Lindsey and one of the NorthLinks GPIT ambassadors. So hopefully a lot of you are now getting used to accuRX and the benefits in this can bring, particularly when working remotely, as I know a lot of us are at the moment. One of the most useful functions of accuRX is to be able to send fit notes electronically via text to the patient. And with that in mind, I know Avi and Satpal have already produced quite a lot of videos in relation to this. One of the areas that I know some people are still struggling with at the moment is actually producing the PDF documents themselves to be able to send them, as well as signing them. And with that in mind, Avi and Satpal have been working hard to try and create a solution that would work both for System 1 and EMIS. And what they've come up with is something called ClawPDF. You might well have noticed already that this has popped up on your computer because it should be on every NorthLinks computer now. And I'll just show you this little icon here. So ClawPDF is essentially just a virtual printer. So instead of printing a hard copy of whatever it is you're printing, it will produce a PDF document for that. And I'll show you just to illustrate this. If you go into devices and printers, so you can see here, these are all the printers that this computer can see. The printer with the little green tick is obviously the default printer, and you can see at the moment that's a physical printer, that's a Sharp printer there. But you should also be able to see on your computers that you should have ClawPDF listed as a printer. So this is the one that we're on about. This is that virtual printer that will create a PDF document for you. Importantly, to use it in System 1, you don't need to select it as a default printer. You can just leave it as it is, but we'll show you how to use it to print in System 1. I know Avi's already done a video on using ClawPDF in EMIS. We were having some issues around sort of using it in System 1, but I believe they're now sorted, and I'm going to show you how to use it. So I'll just close that down, and I'll quickly just show you as well. So if you do click and open ClawPDF as the software, you'll see it's a very basic piece of kit really. It's got two settings. Importantly, you don't need to tinker with any of the settings for it to work in System 1 if you don't want to. If you're sort of quite IT literate and you do want to mess around with the profile settings, you absolutely can. But as long as if you just leave it on the default profile, that will work. But you can, as I say, change those things. So I've changed the default file name to SitNote for all of the files that it produces. So if you want to have a look at the settings, you can. I'll just close that. Now, just to illustrate how it works in System 1, they've got a test patient open now, and I'm just going to quickly create another SitNote. So, COVID-19 and the diagnosis. So it's valid for a week. Now, the important bit here is that you don't just go and click OK and print, because that will obviously print to the default printer, which is when you'll get a hard copy of the SitNote. What you need to do is click on Printer Settings, and you can see here on Printer, so this is the current default printer that I've just shown you in the Windows settings. You need to change that just by clicking on it and clicking on ClawPDF. You can then click OK, and then you can click OK and print. So now instead of printing a hard copy of the SitNote, it will use ClawPDF to create a PDF file for that. Again, with all this, as long as you're on the default profile, you can just leave it, just click Save, and then you can name your file. So you can see mine's a default coming up as SitNote, and it's going to be a PDF file. As Avi's mentioned on a previous video, ideally you shouldn't be saving it on the desktop, you should be creating a folder, but just for ease, I'll just save it to the desktop for this. So if you just click Save, you should get this encryption password pop up. You can just skip it, and then you'll get your electronic PDF form of the FitNote. So once you've got this, you can quickly, if you've got Adobe, you can quickly sign it by clicking on this little fountain pen icon here. So if you click on that, you can, if it's the first time you're using it, you can just, if you click the little plus, you'll be able to create your own signature. The benefit of this is once you've created it once, you don't need to create it again. So this is my signature that I've created before. You just click on it and then you can drag it anywhere you want to. Obviously it's going to be in the doctor's signature box. And then click and it'll drop it. And then you can alter the size of it to make it bigger and smaller just to fit in the box. Okay, once you've done that, you just need to click next. Sorry, just click close. So if you click next, then it'll obviously go to save it, but just to illustrate, I will just click close just to come out of that now. So that's the sick note. You can see it's now got my digital signature on it as well. And then you obviously will need to save that because you've now got the signature on it. So if you go into save, I'm going to save on the desktop again for ease, and I'm going to just leave it the same name and just replace the original file. Okay, so that's the completed sick note. And now back in the records, if you then click on the little text icon on accuRX, I'll load it up. So you can see that's the mobile number that we're going to send it to, which is my mobile number, so it's going to come to me, and then you can put PC attached sick note as discussed. And then what you can do, you can attach, so then you click attach file, and if you go to your desktop or wherever you've saved it, and there it is. Click open. There we go, and send and save. And it's just going to ask you to confirm because it contains sensitive information, so that's fine. So click send. And you can see that's now sent the electronic sick note to the patient, which they'll be able to open, print out, or forward on to their employer. And I've just got my phone next to me. I've just got that sick note through. So hopefully that shows you how ClawPDF can work, whether you use EMIS or System 1. And this will work whether you're running Windows 7 or Windows 10. It'll be exactly the same. The only other thing to notice, if you are running Windows 10, you will, when you open up your printers, you will get another additional option, which we haven't got on this because this is running Windows 7, but it's called Microsoft Printer PDF. That's exactly the same as ClawPDF. So if you prefer to use that one rather than using ClawPDF, that's fine as well. Use it in exactly the same way. Click on printer settings, but click on Microsoft Printer PDF instead of ClawPDF. It doesn't matter which one you use, but ClawPDF will be available for all. Hopefully that's been useful. If anyone has any issues with that, feel free to message me. Equally, if anyone still has any ongoing issues, particularly with signing the digital sick notes, if they don't have Adobe and are having difficulties, do let us know and we'll see what we can do about that. I hope that's been useful. Thank you.